Hi everybody. What we're going to do here is I'm going to show everybody how to remove valves from a head. Now I'm not going to be careful because this is not, I'm not worried about if the head itself gets damaged or not. But basically it would be the same process even if they wanted to keep the head in good shape, but you'd just be a little more careful, a little more gentle. And but yeah, that's about it. Okay, so what my object is here is I'm basically trying to get this head down to bare aluminum. And what the object is to put pressure on this cap here. And there's two little clips on top of the valve stem that actually holds the spring in place. And the object is to remove those clips so the valve can be taken out. And what you need to do, I'm going to have a difficult time doing this and showing it at the same time, so unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to do that. So I'm going to explain it to you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put something underneath here on top of this plank, and it's going to basically stop these valves from coming down so I can release that clip. But actually, by the looks of this particular head, I don't need to put anything down because it looks like the edge of the valve is close to the flat surface. Therefore, the valve will not come down too much. Therefore, will allow me to remove those clips. Now what's going to happen is when I do that, it's going to want to try and lift up the whole head. So I'm going to apply pressure down with my foot, like such. Now I might be able to, I'm going to try this. Now it doesn't really matter what you use, but in my case, like I say, I'm not trying to preserve this head. I'm not trying to keep it by all means, so if I damage it, I don't care. Okay, I need my other hand, so I'll be back with you. Okay, ready for the next step. Now I removed all the clips. Some of the caps there popped off already. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tip it upside down. I'm going to dump all them springs and tops off out of there. See all them? Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what I meant. Oh, let me get a valve out of here. The valves just pull out now. See that? They just pull out. Okay, so what we have, you see them little notches there? There's two of these little clips. So your spring goes like this. Your top goes like this. And then these two little clips go, they're tapered. So you want the taper downward. Again, one hand. Anyhow, you get the idea. The taper goes downward. These little clips here. And then everything goes up. And that's what holds it on. So when you compress that spring, it releases these little clips. You see these little clips have notches in them. And then there's notches in the valve itself, the top part of the valve. And they lock together. And then this little plate here goes up like that, and those little clips are down inside that, and it locks it in place. So the spring and the valve is under pressure. So to remove them, it's just like that. You gotta have to get those little clips out of there, or else you're gonna be struggling like crazy trying to remove them. That's the easiest way possible. And then once they're all out, well, the rest is real simple. You just kind of stick your fingers in the holes and you push them valves through. Then you go on the back side of it. You can see them. You just simply pull them out just like this. There we have it. And like I say, this head here, I am not trying to keep in any kind of good shape or any of the above. Now to speak of it, this valve itself wasn't in too good a shape. It wasn't seating very well. But anyhow, this head's, we're not worried about saving it or anything like that. I'm just interested in exposing it to be bare aluminum. Now, in some cases, you'll have a valve that's a little bit stuck and it won't have the spring. Well, just give it some assistance. That's all you have to do. Give it a little bit of assistance. Well, that won't fit in the hole. So just use a screwdriver here and kind of give it some taps down. There we go. Popped right out. Make sure it's right out. It's right out. And do the same thing with these ones. Push it down, push it down, push it down, push it down. This one needs some help. Just a minute, I'm going to put you face down to the gravel here, so you're going to get a really close up of some stones. I just need the other hand so I can tap it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to flip it up. I'll grab a hold of the camera. Bring it back in sight of everything. Okay, and then just again, I'll pull them up, lift them out of there, turn them, twist them, whatever it takes to get them out. Now mind you, if you're doing a valve job or something, or someone is doing a valve job for you, they're going to be a lot more careful than this. But in my case, that's just not important to be too careful. That was one valve that broke. Okay, now what there is on here else, there's the gasket still on here, the head gasket. And there's some valve seals, which I'm going to take some pliers and just kind of again, I might need two hands for this. Seals, you just have to work with them. They're pretty old. This motor is a 2003. It had 240,000 kilometers on it. I highly doubt them valve seals have ever been changed. So they're pretty sealed up on there, I'm sure of it. There may be just a little wee bit of work to get them off, but it won't be complicated. They're only rubber. Let me try it one more time here with a screwdriver. Screwdriver's not working too good. Let's see these pliers again. Because when you're bringing something in to the scrapyard and you're bringing it in as a, for my example here, I'm bringing it in as aluminum. Well, they don't want to see any bits and pieces of rubber or any bits and pieces of steel if they're to give you clean aluminum price. Well, this is actually cast aluminum, but that goes to say anything that you're bringing in as a clean item They want to see it clean, or else they won't give you that price. That's the higher price you get, is the clean price, but they want to see it clean. So a person has to go through pretty much whatever they have to go through to get it cleaned up to be that only substance of whatever it is. So you need to remove a spark plug yet. I'll work at that. I know that spark plug was in really bad shape. I could see the underside of it. I'm going to get that out just so I can show everybody. And I'm just going to use a valve. A valve and a hammer. I'll just pound it out. I'll be right back with you. Another close-up of the gravel. There we go. Look at that plug, isn't that in terrible shape? Unbelievable. But it popped right out. Pull the valve back out of the hole. And I'll clean up my mess and put this in the steel pile. These are completely useless to me. I have no need for them whatsoever. Oil-free job. Got the hands a little bit dirty. Could have had gloves on, but you know what? They sell some seriously good soaps today that remove all that stuff back to a nice pretty skin color. Okay everybody, well thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you could please. I'm yet to remove the manifold. That's just as simple as removing the nuts. There's 4 on the underside of it, and there is 3 on the top side of it, and that manifold will release itself. And I'll remove those valve seals, and that's it. Maybe a couple frost plugs that are inside it. This bracket here needs to be removed. It's not aluminum. There's these frost plugs here, 1, 2. I'll remove them. There's a couple Allen key screws in here. I'll remove them, and I'll go through the rest of it to make sure there's no bits and pieces of steel or rubber, and if there is, I will remove it. On the other side here, there's another frost plug, freeze plug, maybe some call them. What those plugs are is that if your antifreeze that you have in your engine isn't good enough, and for some strange reason the antifreeze water mix that's in your engine, the antifreeze mix freezes, then what happens is these frost plugs will get pushed out. So it's kind of a smart idea, kind of saves something else from cracking. So when the ice basically swells itself, these will just pop out, and they're actually easy to get out. You just take a screwdriver and pound on the one side, and they'll tip up. Here, I'll show you. Give me 1 second. Exactly, you just push it on the one side there and you tap it, and then you just remove it. There we go. Out just like that. Wasn't complicated, and actually that's pretty much still reusable. It was in really good shape. Must be stainless steel. So that can actually go in a stainless steel pile. A magnet will detect whether it's stainless steel or not. I don't know if it is or not, but there's no rust on it. And for the age of it, there should be a little bit of rust, but I don't see any rust. So that's telling me it's probably stainless steel. So that can go in a stainless steel pile. Okay, again, thank you for watching.